what to do in Bogota. Today we were visiting the Botanical Garden José Celestino Mutis located in Barrios Unidos.
For only 14 pesos per person, you can enjoy the general visit and the visit to the Tropicarium. If you want to get the tickets, you will have to buy them right at the ticket office. So, we are going to show you some of our favorite places inside the Botanical Garden.
A very interesting area of the Botanical Garden is the Herbal Health Dome, o Domo Herbal de la Salud Botiquín Viviente en Casa, as we can find many medicinal herbs that can be useful in case of.
If you suffer from hypersensitivity to plant components, you should consider the calendula as a better option.
If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, dandelion stem infusion will be the best option, since this stem is considered a lactogone, substance that increases the production of breast milk.
If you suffer from gastritis, gastrointestinal ulcers, irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colic, or Crohn's disease, peppermint will be very useful in relieving these symptoms.
If you need to be relaxed or calm, chamomile will be the best option because it has anti-inflammatory, relaxing, and calming properties. In our case, knowing that calendula relieves the discomfort of hypersensibility to plant components was very helpful because the visit to the Botanical Garden awakened both of us to multiple allergies.
Tropicarium. Throughout this unforgettable journey, we have experienced some of the most captivating landscapes in Colombia. We will travel through various regions from the Superpáramo, a unique ecosystem located at the highest peaks of our mountains where the rivers are born, to the tropical rainforests, which are among the most biodiverse areas in the world. We will also venture through the Andean valleys of the Cauca and Magdalena rivers until we reach La Alta Guajira, a place that is even more culturally vibrant than other regions, to learn about the biodiversity of the threatened tropical dry forest. Moreover, we might enter an environment where the close relationship that local communities have established with plants to obtain food, medicines, and materials for fabrics and constructions is clearly evident. You will get the chance to explore areas that are far more pristine than urban settings. Finally, we should conclude the tour at the Botanical Garden, which is the location where some of the most endangered plants have been researched, conserved, and propagated, offering an experience that it is not only educational but also more inspiring than any conventional museum visit.
Superpáramo Zone. The soil of the Superpáramo presents rocky outcrops, sandy soils, and its low temperature reached the point of freezing and melting water, forming ice stalactites. In these ecosystems live different organisms that specialize in living in extreme conditions. Here, temperatures drop to freezing point ranging from -2°C to 15°C. The forms of life present there have a very low range of distribution, making them endemic species of the mountain peaks. The Páramo has been divided into 4 subzones, determined by the floristic composition due to physiographic, topographic, and climatic factors such as average temperature, precipitation, and humidity, which influence its coverage and physiognomy.
It is estimated that more than 50% of worldwide diversity is hosted at tropical rainforest. Colombia possesses an invaluable ecosystem treasure at Amazonia and Chocó, with around 4% of the total tropical rainforest area and occupy 63% of the national territory. Rainforests perform a key role for life, among which we can highlight climate regulation, dioxide carbon absorption, and water purification. hosts a wide diversity of mammals, insects, amphibians, reptiles, and the highest levels of endemics in plants, animals, fungus, and microorganisms, that some of which have restricted distributions and are found determined to some degree. Moreover, these rainforests have a cultural diversity, traditional and ancestral communities from indigenous and African descent ethnic have established close connections with nature and in its way, recognizing their natural environment and developing their own thought system. As an example, custom builds around the floating pools have a strong bond to hunting, finishing, and harvest seasons. Amazon regions recognize near 26 indigenous ethnics with departments where it's possible to find that most of the populations are indigenous people, 85%. On the other hand, 84% of Choco population is African descendant. Also, there can be found indigenous communities that belong to two different ethnics.
Finally, these were our favorite places, and although there were other places in the botanical garden that were equally wonderful, we liked this the most. Visiting the botanical garden was a pleasant experience. We were able to learn about various topics that we are not familiar with on daily basis. Um, and we definitely recommend that experience. Was that if you have rhinitis or any kind of allergy to pollen or plants in general, we recommended taking some time to relieve those symptoms before going. We lasted 3 days with allergies.